All right, we are recording and welcome to Tuesday Night Sparks. We are blessed to have some guests with us tonight. We asked a couple of other teams to come with us tonight because we are going to do a booking blitz, and we're going to help you do that. And that's like booking parties and stuff like that. So I'm not going to talk a lot tonight because I have a frog in my throat and he rears his ugly head when I talk more than like 5 or 10 minutes. So, and then I can't, I did a live on the team page, and when I did a live on our team page, it was like I had to cut about SFR. I had to cut it off with like 10 minutes in because I couldn't even talk. So there's that. But Anna Watson is here from, she is the director of Centered by Faith, and we have, of course, Tiffany here too. So I'm going to turn it over to them, and I'm going to be really quiet and just listen.
You have to unmute yourself. You guys drop your question in the chat. I haven't looked. Is there one in there? Wait, is that Jennifer Brandt too? Jen, unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you can help too. So you guys are going to get the answer from 4 people tonight. So make it a good question.
They don't know what the question is. So on Anna's team and Jen's team, on every Tuesday night Sparks, we open up the comments for a question. Anybody can ask a question. The first question, Tiffany and I will answer for them. It can be business related. It can be us related, whatever they want within reason. But they get to ask us one question and then we each respond. So if somebody asks a question and all 4 of us are going to answer it, and we're welcoming Jen Brandt also. She is director of
She's about to be an SD.
Oh, yeah. Wick sense.
Yeah, she's about to be an SD also too. So we're excited about that. She is a much. So all right, y'all ask a question, put a question. And you guys, if y'all are on Anna or Jen's team, y'all can ask a question too. What are you dying to know from us?
Y'all make it a good one. This is fun.
I would love to know what you consider yourself.
Okay, go ahead.
Anna, go first.
Oh God, what? Tiffany, I'm gonna come to your house to get you. That is a total struggle. I try to keep organized. I am OCD on a lot of things. I have a lot of organizing baskets. I have drawers. We'll start with my happy planner. My happy planner is probably my most organized thing. And I have all my trackers in there. I have folders in there. I have all my follow-up in there. It's just monthly. I don't have like weekly or daily or anything like that for a calendar. I have my incentive tracker, my calendars to make sure I'm paid at title, what I need to do to promote. All those things are in my planner. As far as I organize, I can't like show a whole lot of things, but like I have a basket here, with drawers in it, and I keep all my mailing supplies are right here because my postage meter, and this is where I mail everything. I will show like this right here, and I keep this here. This like has all my postcards for team mail, little motivational kind of cards, things in here, just mostly mail outs for my team here. In my upstairs office, of course, I have like all my, my stash organized. I have like the 2 pocket like shoe organizer things, the shoe organizers on the back of a closet door up there. I keep stuff in like brochures, ribbon, all the things. So it's different ways I organize. I have a bunch of bins or like shoe bins I got from Amazon that I like keep all like candy that I put in bags, order bags, paper shreds, tissue paper, just all the things to hold all the things. So I try to get organized, but sometimes it gets a mess and you got to reorganize it. So next.
I love it. Jen, you want to go next since y'all are against?
Yeah, sure. So being organized, I don't know if anybody really is truly organized. It's hard. It's a hard thing for everyone, but I personally try to, I've been doing everything electronically. I do everything through my computer. I got away from doing Happy Planner. I got away from doing papers because I just felt like, it's just a lot of extra work when you can just plug it in right into your computer and just refer to it. You always have your phone on you anyways, or your iPad or whatnot. Um, Same thing though for my cards and stuff. I have a shoe rack on the back of my door. I put my cards and stuff in there. I do bulk sampling. I have things ready. So I'm organized with trying to get samples and stuff out. But honestly, I mean, everything pretty much is online now. I use the Excel sheets. That's how I keep track of annual mentor, annual sales, my follow-ups. I put everybody's name. And what I really like about doing it electronically like that is because if something doesn't work, instead of having to redo it all, I can go in and edit, add a column, do something like that. So I find that going paperless has been what is keeping me sane right now, if that's even possible. I think that's about it. I mean, really, same thing Anna said. I do have some totes under my bed and stuff like that that I keep and store some of my bags, envelopes, things like that. But as far as follow-ups and things like that, I've gone paperless. I think paperless works very well for me. If someone else wants to go.
I love it. Michelle, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
You can go since you're spotlighted.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I have a host that's closing her party tonight, and so she's like finishing up sending me her rewards and stuff. So that's why I'm on my phone. But so when it comes to me organizing everything, I honestly, just gonna be completely real, started back over 0 at the beginning of the year because the systems that I was doing last year, I never kept to them because they weren't my systems. They weren't what I like to do. And I kind of redefined what a system was for me. So to me, a system is anything that I'm going to do. So my send backs that I do every single month that I'm starting like this month and I'm going to keep doing, that's a system. My leadership, like these Tuesday night sparks, to me, that's a system. And I really just had to sit down and break it down and be like, what am I doing consistently? And then that's how I organized it. So I organized mine by leadership. And I focused really hard on everything that I was doing leadership wise from January until April 30th. And it shows in my numbers. So what I've started doing is what I have been doing for 4 months. I love it. I have watched tons of trainings, and that's just how I've taken things in. And then I'm going to show you guys like how I'm like tracking all this too. And then I kind of am starting the same thing with PRV. So from May 1st to August 30th, 31st, whichever, if it's the 30th or 31st, I'm really focusing hard on continuing what I've done in leadership because by now it's a habit to me to keep doing it. It's just very easy for me to check off. And then I'm going to start incorporating my PRV stuff into it. So I sat down and I really like Anna and Jen were a really big part of this because they have really high PRV every single month. And I was like, what are you doing every single month that I can copy? Like, what are you doing to get this PRV? And they list all this stuff. So $10 grab bags, that was one of the things. And that's what I've started. And I had a party of over 200 this month to go in. So it worked. So you really have to pull from different people that have those strengths. And then I organize it lastly from September 1st till December 30th, 31st. I'm focusing on continuing everything that I've already made a habit in those 2 categories. And I'm just implementing sponsoring in it. But that's how I organize everything. And then a lot of this stuff, I have a Google Drive. So a lot of my stuff is saved in my Google Drive. And then all my files and everything, so I can just print and send to my customers. And I have my Google Drive set up by personal, PRV, leadership, and sponsoring. So that's literally how I do everything and organize all my files. And then on top of it, I have an Amy account, and that's how I've been doing my follow-ups, and I've had a really good response from that. But I will share my screen real quickly because I actually have my system. Can you make me host real quick? And this is going into a lot. So my brain really works by task. So the systems that I've done and like set up, I have them organized into the 3 categories. So that's how I set up my checklist. And I'm like a huge checklist like person. So my planner, if I can highlight it or I can check it off, I can do any of that, then I'm gonna do it. So that's kind of what I do. And on Sundays I sit down and I make my schedule for the week. So this what I made today actually, it's been
Be able to share it.
I think I did it. Okay. So you guys are gonna kind of see it may be really hard for some people to like view it this way and get it, but I love it. So my first thing is the leadership system over here because this is what I started with first. And I just broke it down by week 1, 2, 3, and 4. So Tuesday night sparks, I do every single week. Coaching calls, I do every single week. My end of month live, I do on week 4. So it's there and I just literally click the button and it checks it. And so this way, when I'm going down my list for what I need to do for the week, I can just find it. So if it's week 1, everything in my week 1 column is what I need to put on my to-do list. Like frontline active shout outs, I know when one of my frontline are getting active. And I honestly don't have to put that on my planner anymore because it just became such a habit. Just like my reports on Thursdays, those have became such a habit that I don't have to put that on my planner. So you're gonna have stuff that you are going to obviously like just know to do. But that's why I tell you guys, like when it comes to systems, give it 4 weeks or 4 months to see if it's working because you're gonna know month 1 if it's working. And by month 2, you're really gonna know if it's working. And so if you're not seeing progress, then you obviously need to change it up. But we have to stop thinking that systems are going to work in 1 week because that's not going to be true. You're going to have to give yourself time to do it. And then this is my PRV task that I did. So it's the same kind of thing. Week 1, I'm going to like go through and just put on it. My PRV task right now, I'm really going to have to be very like I texted in our Power Quad group chat today or Monday, and I was like, look, I got to submit these send back orders, but I suck at PRV. And if I don't have accountability, I'm not going to do it. So this is why I did this. And I'm really going to have to be like, hey, like I'm doing my follow-ups today. Y'all make sure that I send you like some screenshots of the follow-ups I did. So yeah, that's just how I organize it though. And that's just how my brain sees it isn't like columns and stuff.
Very good. All right, so mine is this. So I keep, I'm kind of like Jen. I keep all of mine in what I use is Good Notes. So I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with it, but within Good Notes, which is like kind of like what it looks like, you can do notebooks, you can do folders. I literally keep my whole life in this. This is how I keep up with my orders. This is how I keep up with my task. The thing that Tiffany and I share everything. You guys should know that by now. But like I have a folder and I need to figure out how to share this on here. I have a folder that has the thing that Tiffany just did. And for me, all I have to do is, I'll show you the one that I have for April. So for me, in this one, all I have to do is I uploaded it from my Google Drive. And once I uploaded it into my Google Drive, I have an Apple Pencil that I'm able to go in and I'm able to do my check boxes on there. So whenever I am finished with April, all I have to do is swipe over and that pulls up May and it's already on there ready for me to check off and start for May. If I have any additions or changes to this, then I just go into my spreadsheet on my iPad, make the changes, and then upload it into Google, into my Good Notes. I actually keep a copy of my Grow with the Flow tracking. I have that on here to where I can take my pencil and I can do that. I have my planner on here. So this is my monthly planner that I have on here that I have. This is May that's pulled up, but I can go also in. So all this stuff was in my Happy Planner at one time. And all I did was I came in and I scanned it all basically into my good notes. So I keep up with my year in review. I write all of that stuff in. This was 2 years ago, but I keep all of that stuff in there. I have my, hold on. I have my, no, I don't want that. Go away. Within my planner, I have my annual mentor and annual sales tracker. I have that one in there. So I keep everything in good notes. I'm able to pull it up on my phone if I don't have it in my iPad with me. I can pull it up on my phone or on my computer. I can just log into there. I literally keep everything. This is our notebook right here that Tiffany and I share, Tuesday Night Sparks. So at the same time, see this little button down here on the bottom of the thing? Anything that I write in here, Tiffany has access to it in her good notes. So I can make comments or notes on anything that I have in that notebook, and Tiffany's going to be able to see it. So before you guys came on tonight, we were taking notes for the rest of the month out of May and what we were going to be talking about. So once I put that in there and it updates to the cloud, then Tiffany can also see it. If y'all remember our Shoot for the Stars that we had, this is the outline that we had for Shoot for the Stars. So we were able to do that. This is my Disney incentive trip that I have that I earned. I also keep up with my customer orders in here. I keep up with my taxes in here. I keep up with everything in here. But like for my completed orders, I have all my completed orders for like months and months in here that I just have that I can go back if I need to look at that and different things like that. But I really do love this. I'm going to be doing a training on it. Some of the star directors started using it, and they wanted me to do a training on it. So I'm going to be doing a training on the Good Notes part of it. And wasn't that much. The Good Notes app, I think it was, the Good Notes app was, yeah, like $8. But once you get it, it's like yours for forever. It's not a monthly thing, but that has, and you can incorporate, like you can import files into it. Like I did that Excel spreadsheet. You can incorporate files into it. You can scan, you can take a photo. I'll just show you for tax purposes. This saved my life. So whenever I have a folder that says, this one says taxes 2021. So within my tax folder, I have two more folders. One of them says monthly write-offs and the other one says receipts. If you go under receipts, I have a folder for each one of my receipts, and then I take a picture of all of my receipts and I put up underneath them how much they are and how much they're for. All I did was forward that folder to my accountant at the end of each month. So she already has all of my stuff there. She can put it away, and it's as easy as clicking this little button over here, and it forwards that whole email and all those pictures to her. So I don't have to worry about doing my taxes and gathering all that stuff up at the end of the year and wondering where all my receipts are. Because number one, the receipts will rub off because they're crappy receipts now. And it's like you get all that ink on there and it just kind of like spills. Huh? Who's here?
I don't know.
How do you know?
It just says someone's at the door and I don't know who that is.
Well, tell your dad.
Weirdo
Sorry.
man.
Somebody's, honey. Somebody's at the door. Sorry. Someone's at our door. But sorry. This is real life. Sorry.
Y'all, Lizzie's a mood. She's a mood.
Okay, but anyhow, so that is how I do my like taxes and take the pictures of it and stuff. And it's a package just like,
Oh, that's Andrew's shirt.
that's weird to get a package just like anyhow. But that's how I keep up with my all my stuff for like my taxes and all of that stuff. I did. It's just easier for me. And like I said, because those receipts, if you keep them for a year and have to go back through them, sometimes they're faded. You're not going to be able to see it. So if you just have this and you take a picture of it, throw it away, and you're done because you have a photo picture of it. So it's just an easier way to do it. And that's just, once I get this training finished, we have a meeting on Sunday. So once I get this training finished, I'll upload it also. But that's just a good way that I keep my stuff organized, and it just works that way for me. And like my paychecks, I'm able to figure that up on an Excel spreadsheet. I have that. I've got a training on my YouTube channel. But I'm able to figure that up too. So that's just, I'm more electronic like Jen is, but and for my other stuff, it's just all that's everywhere. That's what I got to work on this year. So that's me in organizing.
Okay. So we'll just jump into it, and Jen and Anna, you guys can kind of pick up, because I know that you guys are really the booking queens. So I am new to this, me getting 2K PRV, and my PRV was averaging around 1,000, and that's probably where I'm going to end up. I'm probably going to end up around 1,200. But that's because I did one party and the rest is follow-up. So I know my customers and like my VIPs are strong, but I need to change, and like I need to party more, because that's gonna get me to my 2K, and I need that leadership bonus because I really want to build my farm. So we're gonna book some parties because I need accountability, and Jen and Anna are amazing at it. I really am trying to book at least four every single month, like from here until forever and ever. Jen, how many do you guys book?
It varies. This month I had 5. I had 5 this month. Sometimes I've had as much as 8, but I usually have at least 2 or 3.
Anna, what about you?
It's about the same. As far as hosted parties, it's normally 2 to 3. I think the max I've ever had was 4 or 5 in 1 month.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys still doing all of yours online?
Yes.
Mine, I can do bag parties, and then some actually want to do online and with like a smaller bag. So it just kind of depends on what the host wants, or like what their job is, where they're going, that kind of thing. If they're not going to see anybody during the day, it's kind of pointless for them to really have the bag. So all online, it just depends.
Okay. And then, so I know for me, I hostess coach really well for online. I don't know about you guys, but I hostess coach really well online. So that's kind of what I usually like refer to my people doing. So when you guys hostess coach, I'm gonna go call this customer too, so Michelle's gonna take over for a minute. But when y'all hostess coach, do y'all pinpoint like basically what Anna was saying, like if they're gonna see people, but how do you make that decision, and do you give them an option?
I'll go first. I think it kind of just chatting with them, and most of the time it's either my customers or somebody maybe that I've went to school with, high school with, and I kind of in general just, or friends on Facebook, so I kind of know what they are doing as far as their job or whatever, and I will kind of know, okay, maybe you need to take a bag because you're going to see a lot of people. Or like my hairstylist, I didn't even give her a bag. I set her up a small table right there at her booth with like, it was like just a mini, it's like a little TV table, just put a few things on it. And that's where a lot of her sales came from. And we kind of paired it with an online Facebook party as well. And she did amazing. I just wish she would join, but so it just kind of depends. I kind of think I need to work on my hostess coaching, but a lot of the times, most time my hosts don't really listen to what I say anyway. So, I need to work on getting them to it's the mass inviting on Facebook. I will coach that to death, but they will still invite tons of people back to back to back to back to back, instead of like private messaging people and actually like personally inviting them. They're just inviting a ton of people. So that's the main thing I have to work on. But That's kind of it. Jen?
So mine, I'm a little more, I'm not very comfortable with mine. Most of the people who do host for me are friends, people I know. Um, I do check in every day with them, even if it's just to see how they're doing, if just to make sure and remind them, if make sure they're talking to people when they're out and about working, school, whatever they're doing. So I just try to keep in touch with them, let them know that I stress the importance of participating in the party. But really, it's all up to the host. It's all up in based on how um, well your host wants this party is how well it's going to go. So just make sure that you are touching base every day with them. Make sure that they are communicating with their customers. They seem like they're into it, because if you do not stress the importance of them participating in the party, your party is not going to do well. If they don't see your host acting or participating in the party, they're not going to participate either. So that is very, 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 very important. I really do online parties. Honestly, I had my first bag party this month. It went really well. She had over 500 PRV. I gave her a bag, gave her all types of fan stuff, things for her to take to work with her. But most of my parties are online and word of the mouth, getting people and booking parties from parties within parties. And that's basically how I get mine. I haven't done a home party, which I wish I could. And I don't do many bag parties just because most of my people are long distance. So
Most of my parties are online parties now, like Facebook group parties. Actually, all of mine are Facebook group parties, and the one thing that helps me a lot is constant contact with them and making sure that they're interactive too. They don't have to be, but I like to tell them that the more you are interactive on there, the more your friends and family are going to be interactive also. Whenever I post in there, I always like to leave it with a question, because if you're just putting something in there saying like, oh my gosh, I love this flower right here, it's one of my favorite flowers, and you don't say anything else, then you're not looking for the return engagement. So the return engagement needs to be asking them a question so that they can be interactive in the party. And even if it's not Scentsy wise, like what's your favorite, candy bar or something like that, to get the interaction going within the party stuff. So I do a lot of mine on that. I have done some home parties in the past, but since COVID came, I haven't done very many of those. But most of mine are Facebook group parties, and I really do like those a lot because I get a lot more new customers coming to my VIP page because they're already in Facebook. So I get a lot of them coming to my VIP page from those parties and meeting new people. So that really helps out a lot for me. And I want if Tiffany's back, I want her to tell you about that hostess bingo card thing. I was looking for it, but I can't find it.
Wait, the bingo that I'm going to do on my VIP page? Or
The
no,
bingo
the
for your
host.
hostess. Yeah.
Okay, hold on one second. I was gonna make one that kind of pertains to us, so I'm like gonna make our own, and we're gonna share it with like all of our groups. Hold on, where's it at? Boot. So if you're not in this booking boot camp group, you really should be. I have gotten so much tips from it because a lot of people that trained was like SSDs. Chastity Robinson, Anna's SSD, she actually trained on her text parties. And it's really good. So there's tons of different ideas in here, and they set it up by guides. So it's organized and you don't have to go scrolling to find what you want. It just says it. But hold on, where is it at? How to book. Okay. I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay. So it's called Host Bingo, and it's basically hostess coaching for hostess coaching for your hostess. So like the first one says have 20 or more RSVs before the event begins. The second one says gather 3 outside orders from guests not in the group. One more guest set a date for their event before yours begins. So that's front loading for the next party and it's going off that. One or more guests create a Cincy Club subscription by your closing date. Ask me a question about my job. So that one's really easy and requires no obligation. So that one would be an easy one for your host to do. Schedule another event for the next catalog season. One or more guests from your team, or one or more of your guests joins our team. 5 or more guests bring a friend that you did not invite. So that's easy too, because they literally just invite some people. Suggest for 3 or more guests one product they may like. So that's just them going onto the website saying, hey, I think you'd like this. On the day of, personally message each person you invited to remind them of the event. You join our team with the host exclusive starter kit. Be active in the chat the entire event. 10 or more guests are on. Take one of my Cincy bags to your workplace before closing date. So it's really good. And there's 2 more rows like that. We'll upload it, but you guys can kind of see. And then what they do, so I'm gonna make party packs. So I think I may put this in their party pack, and then so they can kind of check it off. And then on top of me doing or like putting it in there for them to check it off, I'm gonna like send them these as the event goes on. So like, hey, like make sure you invite like 10 to 20 or 10 to 15 people. I'm not gonna do 20 because that's too much. But I'm gonna say like 8 to 12 people probably. And then I would just send that to them before. So you're kind of just going on and like send it to them to check off, but make sure you as the consultant, you're coaching them. And literally you're just gonna take what you send them and you're just gonna send it. There's an app called Boards, and you can actually put all of these key notes right here. You can put all of them in as a text in the board. So then you just go to your phone, and I can do a training on this. But you're literally just going to go to your phone, click a button, and it'll come up with all your hostess coaching tabs, and you'll just start sending which one you want to do for the day. So it's a really cool thing. I can show you guys because it's not set up in my boards now, so it's not gonna really make sense. But when I do, I'll send you guys that. But that would be super easy because you're literally just gonna text it to your host, and you can literally just have it as generic as like, hey, like make sure you invited 10 to 12 people to the group, or I'm gonna send a link and then they're gonna add themselves to my VIP page. It's gonna help them do my freeze or try it out that way. So mine would just say, hey, make sure you sent the job form link to 10 to 12 people and that they're adding themselves to the VIP page. That's literally what it would say. And then I'm hostess coaching. And then once she does it, I can congratulate her and be like, hey, like I kept track, 12 people added themselves to the VIP page. Make sure you check that off on your bingo card so you can get an extra prize once you hit bingo. So kind of just keep that in mind too. And you can add all this into the boards as in text, and then so it'll just pop up. So like, hey, add the people, and then once it's completed, you can like title it once the 12 people have added themselves to the VIP page, and you'll know to click that one and it'll send out. So it'll be really cool. So that's just what I'm gonna do.
I like that because I've never really been, I don't think, very well at hostess coaching. So I feel like this almost gives you like a checklist. It's fun for the host because they're going to get a prize for like playing the bingo, but it's also an accountability for me to know that, it's almost like a checklist for me too, to know that we're going through each of the things that's going to make their party successful. So I think that was one of the things that attracted me to it. Even though it's a hostess bingo, I think it's almost like a hostess checklist for me to know that, this is something that I can really send to them. It seems fun, and it's not like, oh, you have to do this and this and this and this and this for your party to be successful. It's a fun way to present it to them where they're not really knowing that you're hostess coaching them, but in a way you are hostess coaching them.
Yep. Anything left to add, and then we'll get into our booking blitz. Do you have anything left to say, Anna? All right. So we end these at 9:30. So for 15 minutes, we're gonna book parties for May.
I'm
So
gonna
you're
change the view to gallery so we can see if people,
yes.
there's
So
6.
I'm gonna put a couple scripts that I'm gonna send to my people in the comments. So if you guys, once you start texting them out, the goal is that we want to all book at least one party. Okay. If you get one party booked, that's a win. Also, if you get 5 or 6 no's, that's a win because you're still asking and you're still getting your name like out there. You're still planting that seed. So you are going to celebrate every single thing that you do. Okay. So when I send a text like, hey, just send a text to book a party. Once I get one, I got to know, but I got to know. And she's going to add herself to my VIP page. So try to like think about it that way. If you get a no, it's not the end of the world. And I want to make sure we are celebrating everything. Okay. Because you deserve it. You are awesome. You're amazing. So we're going to literally celebrate everything. Okay. So I am going to start pushing some scripts in here. I'm trying to think. So I will tell you guys how I did this one. So my girl that booked a party for this month, I posted the picture of the like deluxe diffuser like this to my story. And I was like, I'm obsessed with this diffuser. And she didn't know that I was doing the special, but anybody that orders this or anybody that hosted a party and it hits qualified for this month, they got this diffuser for half off. And the way that I did that and not spend any money is because of my perpetual party reward. So that's how I incentivized it. Okay. So even just posting a picture to your story, you may get some comments on it. And that would be really cool too. Okay, so if you have any scripts, go ahead and start putting them in the comments and then let's start texting people. It's gonna get super quiet.
I'll put mine in the comments too. Anna, if you got one, will you put it in there for us too?
Yep.
Okay. All right, I just posted one that I'm going to send out. You guys can look at that and see. It says, hey, love, I'm doing a special for May. Anyone that gets $200 in orders gets a free mini warmer of their choice. Do you want to get a link to share and have some of your friends order from it? I'm going to use the perpetual reward. So the most it would be for me is $10 for that perpetual reward, or unless I have one in stock laying around that if that's the one that they choose or whatever. But I'm going to send that out and see what I can get with that.
Okay. This is the one I'm sending. Hey girl, I know you've been ordering from me for the past few months. I want to spoil you with the try me bag. You'll get the bag for a week. You can share that bag and your special link with friends and family and get your next order for free. Don't mention the word party. All right, let me send.
Anna, you want to say yours?
Yeah, it was just one I found that I'd saved from Chastity. Hey girl, I hope you're doing amazing tonight. So I'm currently on a mission to get all the free and half offs plus an extra half off. Oh, that's spelled wrong. To help you with your Scentsy addiction, I can either drop off a pouch with all the smell goods for you to get under your friends' noses, or we can schedule a little sip and sniff night with all of your girls. Both ways are super fun and simple. Plus, they'll get you free and half off smell goods. What you think?
I love it. Okay, I'm sending it out to 2 people. Okay, who sent out parties? Anybody?
Working
I
on
hope
it.
so. I hope so. Y'all are so quiet.
I look a hot mess, so I'm keeping my camera off. I still am not feeling great, but I'm making a list of at least 10 people that I'm going to message tonight. So
I'm
Make
doing mine.
Send them out. Doing it all together. Also, I'm asking a customer now, but this reminds me, putting candy like Skittles or something in your thank you mail and your orders are like bomb. I have gotten so many compliments from my customers being like, thank you so much for my Skittles. So that's a really cool tip too. Put candy in everything. They love it. Um, Okay, I got one in New York. I need to make sure I'm writing these people's names down.
Did you say New York?
New York. Hmm. I'm not even gonna lie, the way that I book parties is by like scrolling through my inbox. And sometimes like all these Scentsy consultants are like messaging me. So I'm like, wait, do you sell Scentsy or do you not sell Scentsy? Is everybody like booking them? How's it going?
Yeah, I'm sending them out, so I haven't got any responses back. And y'all don't get worried about that if you don't, because it is kind of late, so they might not be checking their messages till tomorrow. And if you're not comfortable with sending it to some people this late, then wait till tomorrow and send it out.
Yes, Nikki, I'm proud of you for asking though. That's
Yeah.
huge.
Even though you're asking and you're getting no's, you're still planting those seeds.
Yeah.
Dang, whose line is that?
I'm gonna have to like do these upstairs from now.
Tammy's killing me right now. I'm
Nikki
dead.
did get a teamie today. I'm excited for Nikki. Congratulations on that.
Yay, Nikki.
That's huge.
Emma said, hey guys.
Someone said he's getting ready to hit Lizzie.
That is what he said. More accurate depiction of what he's saying. Come here, Simba. What are you eating? I can ask him a question without you barking. Alice can sit in that chair without you barking. Still hungry.
So on one of mine, she's ordered for me a few times now, and she just had an order delivered yesterday. So I'm basically sending the same link, or the same message, but I'm saying like, hey, saw your warmer was delivered yesterday. Is everything good with it? And then I'm gonna go into the sponsor or the booking conversation. Samantha said she has a teamie coming too.
Yes. Y'all, we are so close to 400. We're at 392. So we only need 8 more to get to 400.
I have one joining this month.
Katie's got one joining this month. Nikki actually has another one. She's got to work on the blessing another kit.
You were like being so dramatic.
Very dramatic.
Ever since he escaped that night, his drama levels have increased.
Yes, he has. Candace has one joining. Look at all of y'all blessing all the lives. Okay, I sent mine out, so we'll see.
I'm messaging mine tomorrow because most of my people are not going to answer this late at night, and also we're doing testing, so I have nothing better to do.
You have a list of who you're gonna ask?
I'm definitely asking my esthetician.
Yes.
So she placed another order for oils this month.
She did a lot.
And if things don't go as planned with my girl that I want to join, I'm going to ask her if she'd like to host another party because her party was pretty bomb. And then I have a few others in mind.
Nikki, don't get stuck on getting your people active. Some people are going to work, some people are not going to work. Some people are going to wait 4 months and then they'll decide to work. Some people will come in and be hot as fire and there's nothing you can do other than what you are doing. I see you working on your team page and knocking it out, and you continue to do what you're doing because it will help eventually.
Plus, you never know when they're going to get active. Like, I literally, like, there's a couple on my team, like, I will message them and be like, hey, let's try to get active. What can I do to help you? Blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, like, they don't answer me. But maybe, like, a day or two later, they all of a sudden have $200 in orders. I'm like, well, okay.
Yep. So
there's that.
So trust me, they're seeing you. Just stay consistent in what you're doing. I have 43 frontline and only 15 are active. But my number keeps growing every month because I'm consistently there. I'm consistently showing, helping them, giving them ideas like you were doing with the challenges and stuff. So what you're doing, everything you're doing is right. It just takes some time for it to catch on, I do believe. And that's what I've told a couple of people that I have messaged and talked to that are just like, I don't know what else to do. And I'm like, just keep doing what you're doing, because I don't think it's anything that grows overnight. I think it is, especially when you're getting a team and you're growing your team. I think it just comes from consistency and you showing up, and eventually them learning that, yes, she is a leader. Yes, she is, helping me do stuff like this. And they get that confidence from you to then do what you're doing with their team. So it just, it makes it a lot easier when they can see the consistency in you. They'll come around and you'll get to superstar. Don't worry about that. It's a building process. It definitely takes building. And when you're building, I will say, when you're building to get to where you are and to get to these promotions and stuff, I think by building it and being consistent in what you're doing, you're going to be able to sustain it, because a lot of times people, they'll get a certain amount of PRV, or they're getting a certain amount of, a promotion, or all these teamies joining them or whatever. And it's just like, wham, I got it all up here. And then all of a sudden you just kind of like fall off, and then you don't have anything, what else? I think consistency and steadiness is what is eventually going to get you up to the top of the mountain. So keep doing what you're doing. You're doing it right.
Did we get some parties booked?
Not yet. I only had one respond, and she said she totally ignored me talking about the party, because she's also got an order that's coming in tomorrow. So she let me know when she was going to pick that up and that she was getting ready to go to bed. So
Yeah,
That is
we'll
so
probably
good.
get some more, back feedback. So y'all share on the team page whenever we do, but we're at the top of our hour. I want to thank Anna and Jen for coming on with their teamies and sharing with us tonight, and take some of those scriptings that we posted and send it out and get you some parties booked for May. I'm not going to give up till I get at least like 3 or 4 booked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that makes a huge difference. So, and if something works for you, look at Candace got 3 booked. If something works for you and it's
Slay,
working for
girl.
you, then share on our team pages how to do it. She sent 11 messages and got 3 booked. Candace, when you get off from here, go on our leadership page and share what you sent out so we can see. Share a screenshot of it so the other people can see too what you did. So, all right, we love you guys. Thank you for showing up. And
Oh, we didn't get a picture tonight.
oh, wait, y'all turn on your camera. Here we go.
Wait, Jen's not here. Now I feel bad.
I know we're missing a lot of people. All
There's
right,
some-
there's the countdown. You got.
Listen, y'all don't want a picture of this.
Oh my gosh, you poor baby. She had surgery. I'm so glad you're doing better though. You always come on here. I don't care if you're working after surgery, whatever. You always show up, girl. All right, love you guys. 1, 2, 3. Get ready. 1, 2, 3. Gotcha.
I've never even had an attack.
But yes.
Okay, love y'all.
All right, love you guys. We'll see you. Kim got 1. Yay! Y'all post what you're getting on there.
Bye. Have a good night.
All right. Good night.